Y'all got Steven to come in today.
They about to go to the Super Bowl. Here you are.
I've never been hard to find. Work together collectively so we can compensate for these weaknesses and enhance the strength. Relieve them of is worrying about whether or not Goodell will have to hand over the Lombardi Trophy to Belichick because he's going to be handing it over to us.
T.I., when the hell did you run for office and not tell us?
I'm channeling my inner prime time because we not only are going to win this thing, but we're going to do it in style. High stepping in the end zone, the strong way, not the wrong way. Hungry enough to come in there and take it away from the person everybody expected to win it.
We may be in Houston, but we sure got a lot of Atlanta in the building right now.
It does seem like early in the season, we saw you like maybe once.
You say what?
Like early in the season, we saw you like maybe once. Boy, we've been seeing a lot of you recently.
I think it was week 3. It was maybe week 6.
And we've been seeing a lot of you recently.
Well, you know what I'm saying? You have more of a reason to see me now. Much more of a reason to see me now. You're going to see me even more next week.
You know, T.I. been chirping a little bit too much now. And, you know, it's interesting because, like you said, we couldn't find you, especially last year. Couldn't find you. I was looking for you last year. Oh, come on, the way y'all was struggling last year. I mean, the brother used to holler at me all the time. I'm sitting there looking at them going, I couldn't find them when they were struggling. But now here they are at the Super Bowl. Why are you so confident this team is going to win this thing right here this Sunday? Why are you so confident?
Well, I mean, I just think that it's our year. I feel the energy in the air.
The energy?
I feel the energy.
That's what it is?
Yeah, it's energy.
It's energy.
It's energy.
Right.
I believe in energy.
Me too.
The vibe, the energy, the feel. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Right. I appreciate that, Mollywood. I appreciate that. The energy on the part of your defense. What's your defense going to do against Tom Brady, man?
I think the front four has to put an enormous amount of pressure on Tom. We have to come with some very, very executive blitz packages. You know, we have to come with, I think Vic Beasley going to have to get up through there, man. We're going to have to hit him a lot. You're going to have to hit him a lot and keep him on his backside in order for him to shake him up and not see down the field.
Well, let's get right to it before we dissect this thing. What final score do you have that winning this game by T.I.?
You just heard T.J. Ward, right? He said 35-17 Falcons.
I mean, I love his enthusiasm, but you know what I'm saying, I think that I think it's going to be a close game.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a shootout, but I think it's going to be a close game.
You mentioned getting pressure on Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And the Falcons been blitzing much more in the playoffs than in the regular season, and it's been paying off.
Right.
But Tom Brady against the blitz, it does not get better than that. So you said you got to bring 4. Do you bring more? Do you blitz him, yes or no, in order to get that pressure, or do you just keep your fingers crossed that Beasley and these guys can get the pressure without a blitz?
I mean, I think that with Beasley having the most sacks in the NFL, I think you can kind of count on him to get back there. I believe you have to let his reputation speak for him. This year he's been going off.
I will confess, I'm shocked that everybody's been talking about Beasley leading the league in sacks, 15.5. We know he's a monster. I'm shocked nobody's brought up Deion Jones enough. He's got playing your linebacker spot. He's got 165 return yards. He's got 3 interceptions. More importantly, he puts a hat on everybody that comes his way.
Right.
And he's a kind of guy that he deflects passes. He gets interceptions. He makes plays in short yardage situations that Tom Brady obviously is going to try to exploit. He could end up being the key, more so than Beasley. What do you say to that?
I mean, let's not take away from the entire organization of the Patriots, the Bill Belichick system, which Tom Brady and the rest of the players all work within. That is the best in the history of the NFL. So we can't take nothing away from that. We can't do that. So whatever you can do to break down whatever their defenses are, whatever their strengths are, whatever you can do to break that down, you use whatever weapons necessary to get that done. And that's what we're going to do on Sunday.
I must confess, I mean, you make very, very valid points. And in listening to your commentary and trying to dissect you over the last few weeks where you have been talking a lot about your Falcons, I said, let me go back to Tip and see the kind of stuff he usually brings up. You're very big on experience. You're very big on life experience. You're very big on professional experience.
Absolutely.
But it's amazing to me how that doesn't apply to you when it comes to this Atlanta defense filled with a bunch of puppies on it, 21, 22, 23-year-olds all over the place going up against Tom Brady. You've conveniently ignored that. Why?
Well, I mean, like I said, it's the energy. I feel
Energy. Energy.
I feel the energy and the timing of the Falcons making it to the Super Bowl, and the team that they have together this year allows me to be confident.
They may be young, but they're ready.
Ooh. That sounded much better when
She just
sounded much better when she said.
Thank you, Matt.
Mollywood just brought up Keith Sweat.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, see, on a serious note, though, you talked about the legacy, obviously, in New England. I mean, Boston, they have a parade nearly every year between those teams. What would this mean for Atlanta?
It's incredible. It brings.
What's your city saying now?
I mean, my city's saying go. My city's saying go. It's a green light. It's a green light in Atlanta. We all focused on Sunday, and everybody's going.
Zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, everybody.
Zone 1 through 6 is all standing. We all rising up. All love.
So Stephen A. asked this question earlier, but when he doesn't ask it, I got to bring it up. It's a great question. Because if it comes down to a one-score game, it's the end of the game. Would you rather, this really speaks to how much confidence you have in your defense versus your quarterback, would you rather have the ball down the score, so it's in Matt Ryan's hands, it's in your offense's hands, or would you rather be up the score and Tom Brady has the ball in his hands?
Now let me ask you this: are we talking how much time on the clock and where in the field?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
80 yards.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to go 75 yards nowadays. You're under 25, right?
Okay. I would go.
You need a touchdown to win, not a field goal. Touchdown to win.
I'm gonna go with Matt Ice.
Even based on his history till now,
guys.
you think he's turned a corner in terms of pressure play?
I think that, yeah, absolutely.
Does that have something to do with what's happened to him, or just the offense is better?
I mean, he has the most. I mean, I think he's having an MVP season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if it's one score, it's a one-score game, and you got to drive the ball down the field to win the game. Who better in the NFL to put the ball in besides the MVP of the league? I'm gonna put the ball in Matty Ice's hand.
Well, he hasn't. Well, number one, he hasn't proven himself on this stage. This is his first time here, so I'm not sure. You're right about that.
Okay.
But I got a more interesting question, and in all seriousness, I need your help on this because you know Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
You are Atlanta.
Okay.
You got a lot of people that looking at Matt Ryan, mad respect for him.
Sure.
I also get the impression that even though everybody's happy about this, they kind of wish Michael Vick was here. Do you get that impression at all?
Well, everybody,
from other folks.
Well, hey, listen, to me,
yeah,
Mike Vick has his legacy is etched in stone in Atlanta. All of his adversities to the side,
yes,
he's still the most exciting, impactful player that came.
But is he loved?
Absolutely.
Right, that's why I'm asking.
Absolutely. If you're asking me,
right,
and anyone that I have contact with, and anyone who I watch Falcons football with,
right,
we love Mike Vick as much as we love Deion Sanders.
But let me be clear. I'm not bringing up Michael Vick because the whole dogfight thing. I'm bringing up the Michael Vick that threw the playbook in the trunk. You know, when he confessed that in other words, when you're thinking about Falcons fans and they're talking about his excellence on the his greatness on the football field in terms of his athletic ability, the one thing that resonates with Falcons fans that I run into that have love for him, they remember him saying, I didn't take football seriously at that time. I'm wondering, do you think people still hold that against him, or you think that's long forgotten?
I don't, because at least not Falcons fans. I believe Falcons fans remember more so when he led that team into in the Lambeau Field and beat. And
what about the Matt Ryan question?
Beat a young Brett Favre to go to the NFC Championship.
There are some athletes, like if John Elway never would have won a Super Bowl, the next quarterback in Denver might have still had a hard time escaping his shadow because they love him in Denver, right? Vic never won a Super Bowl.
Right.
Matt Ryan might. Does he need to win a Super Bowl to be loved in that town, or is he already loved in that town?
He's already loved. He's already loved. He's already been embraced.
Yeah.
I think he's proven himself. I believe he's proven himself simply by making it here and having the type of season.
Be winning the MVP?
Exactly. I think that in itself is justification.
I just want to be clear. So either way, we're going to see you next week?
Absolutely.
Either way?
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
No, he's a man of his word. He just said it.
Wait a minute. I understand, but I'm letting y'all know right now, I got some detectives, I got some private investigators, I got people looking for T.I. next week. I'm telling y'all that right now.
I'm not hard to find.
All right, you say
have
that.
my number.
You say I do.
You haven't texted me one time.
I do.
You haven't hit me one time.
Not through this run. Not through this
All right. Then you all need to check out his latest EP, Us or Else. That is available right now. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate it.